Say your skin looks like melted cheese? Banned. Quote ghost in chat? Banned. Type GG? Burned at digital state. Welcome to gaming in 2025, where your KD's fine, but your opinion gets you executed by Mod Squad. Alright, you lot. Strap fucking, because today we're tearing through festering blanket to censorship smothering gaming world. From Battlefield 6 banning blokes for saying female skins look like melted wax figures, to Call of Duty gagging you for repeating their own scripted lines. It's all gone full thought police with shaders. It's not about gaming anymore, it's about feelings. And if you've got one that don't fit Rainbow Handbook, prepare to be digitally executed. So this poor sod on Battlefield 6 subreddit dares to say, hey, maybe these female skins look a bit rough, and maybe, just maybe, we could have same visual standard as blokes. Boom! Permabanned. Gone. Cancelled harder than Battlefield 2042's launch week. Now yeah, he dropped Hitler bomb and caught mod fat. Not exactly Churchill-level diplomacy. But let's be honest, who here ain't gone off after getting nuked for naught? Underneath rant, he makes a dead-on point. If you're going to design badass guys, get same efforts at women. It's not sexist, it's symmetry. Banning someone for that? It's not moderation, a censorship with superiority complex. But it's kicker. He wasn't asking for bikini babes in a bullet storm. Lad wasn't drooling into his keyboard, begging for jiggle physics. He literally said, if you're making badass hot-looking guys with movie star jaws, then why do women look like background NPCs from 2008 indie war drama? It's a fair point. You want to sell realism? Cool. Do it both ways. You want to sell stylized fantasy soldiers? Great, do that too. But don't act like questioning design makes you fucking Mussolini. And response? Reddit mods, those unpaid digital janitors high on Imagine Power, booted him straight to void. No warning, no time out, just straight into Shadow Realm for hurting feelings. Not cause he broke any rules, but cause some sweaty thumb warrior in a Reddit chair felt uncomfortable. Uncomfortable? Are you joking? Mate, you're in a forum about Battlefield. A game literally built on blowing people's legs off with C4. If you can stomach virtual war crimes but lose your shit over someone saying a character model looks ugly, maybe you're in wrong fucking genre. This is where we're at now. You don't need to dox anyone. You don't need to throw slurs. Just having the wrong tone gets you branded as toxic, even when you're making a damn point. And they always wrap it in that smug bullshit about creating a safe space. It's a game about warfare. You want to feel safe? Play Animal Crossing, you wet flannel. And let's not even get started on classic deflection. It's just a game, why do you care so much? Nah mate, if it's just a game, why are you banning people for caring? You don't get to play both sides. Either it matters, or it don't. But if you're going to police someone's post like it's a manifesto, then it bloody matters. And right now, matters way too much to wrong people. And if you thought Battlefield were bad, wait till you trip over Call of Duty's Joker filter. God, it's digital equivalent to getting arrested by your own echo. You type something in chat, something your own character says in game, boom, your chat banned. You quote Ghost yelling, let's light fuckers up. Suddenly, you're a threat to community. What actual fuck? Let's get this straight. Activision writes lines, sells your skins, pumps violence, then punishes you for repeating it like some weird gaming kink where safe word is context? You're literally playing a game where you stab someone with a glowing katana while wearing a pumpkin head, but type GG easy and you're on a watch list. They've got automated systems scanning your every message like it's bloody NSA, and they act like this is making games safer. Safer for who? Guys spawn camping with a shotgun? 12-year-old streamers yelling racial slurs on open mic? Nah, it's never them. It's always normal players. Ones who say something mildly sarcastic and get flagged like they just leaked launch codes. And here's the biggest mistake. There's cell operators that grunt war crimes, dressed like Mad Max extras, and swagger like they just walked out of a Michael Bay fever dream. But if you type your trash after clapping someone 30-2, suddenly you at problem? Sod off. Todd's gone full Disney-fied dystopia. It's a carnival of murder wrapped in cotton wool, where you can blow someone's head off but not bruise their ego. This isn't safety. It's a polished turd of hypocrisy. And what's worse, players keep accepting it, walking on eggshells in a game about dropping bodies. You're not protecting players, You're babysitting grown adults like the 6-year-olds with iPads. Gaming used to be rowdy, brutal, and fun. That's high-stakes HR meeting with bullets. And I don't know about you lot, but I don't log into Modern Warfare to be told what feelings are appropriate after a headshot. Let's call it what it is. Gaming's taken a hard left into bloody crazy town, and no one at wheel's got a licence. This isn't about inclusivity, it's about representation. Forced, corporate mandated, bland as fuck control. And every dev from here to Japan's too scared of Twitter mobs and intern HR snipers to push back. We've got games bending over backwards to tick every diversity checkbox. But heaven forbid someone say, hey, maybe this female soldier looks like she's been rendered on a potato engine. Suddenly that's problematic. Suddenly that's violence. Get a grip. It's an opinion. Alright, crime. Don't act like you're doing us a favour by removing attractiveness like it's asbestos. What hell kind of message is that? Beauty's toxic? Fuck off. Choices point to gaming. If I want to play as a tank-top clad muscle god with a jawline that could cut steel, why shouldn't someone else get to run around as a badass bombshell? Equality ain't enforced ugliness. But no, we can't have that, because someone, somewhere, might feel bad, might feel excluded, might have a reaction. So what solution? Strip out all personality. Squeeze every visual design through same grey moral sausage maker until everything's flat, bland, and safe. It's like playing dress-up with mannequins from a post-apocalypse charity shop. And worst part, these same studios still market the games like the testosterone-fueled chaos. Those show explosions, badass quits, ripped characters, hot lighting, blood-soaked hero shots, and then preach inclusivity like it's a Sunday school sermon. Pick a lane, you twats. You can't sell me war porn with one hand and lecture me on kindness with other. Gaming used to be dangerous, rebellious, messy. That's bloody diversity seminar with microtransactions. And somewhere along the way, we forgot that fun is supposed to come first. Not doctrine, not approval, not a checklist of demographic quotas. Just fun. Christ, what a concept. Here's raw truth. This ain't about women. This ain't about skin textures or how sharp jawliners. It's about weakness. Emotional, intellectual, and cultural weakness seeping into every layer at gaming world like rotten floorboards. And instead of patching it leak, devs are out here repainting walls and blaming weather. When a guy says, hey, maybe male skins look heroic and female ones look like they just rolled after a 3-day migraine, it's not misogyny, that's design critique. You might disagree, but ban-worthy? Fuck off. You don't fix a conversation by duct taping people's mouths. You kill it, you bury it, you sterilise entire bloody hobby. So let's stop pretending this is about protecting people. It's not. It's about sanitising gaming into beige, muted experience where every word, every avatar, every chat message has to be pre-approved by Ministry of Digital Feelings. You're not allowed to offend. You're not allowed to joke. And if you express alt outside groupthink bubble, you get booted harder than hacker mid-match. It's cowardice, flat out. Because instead of trusting community to self-moderate, to debate, to block, to mute, report, tools that already exist, we get this top-down censorship that turns every online space into bloody daycare. You think a mute button ain't good enough? And why is it there? Why build a system that lets me silence people if you're going to silence them for me? Look, if someone's spouting proper hate, yeah, kick them. But that's not what's happening. We're not banning trolls. We're banning tone. Banning vibes that might upset a Reddit mod on a bad day. It's pathetic. Industry's become afraid of its own players. Scared of opinion. Scared of backlash. Scared of truth. That's why these forums are ghost towns and subreddits get turned into echo chambers. It's not that people don't care. It's that they know second they open the gob, thought police will swoop in and drop hammer. We're training an entire generation of gamers to be spineless, to self-censor, to never push back. And devs love it, because the silent player base is an obedient one. For obedience isn't passion. Obedience don't build culture. It builds grades. For franchises, for communities, for solar gaming itself. Let me throw this out before some blue-haired frag grenade rolls into comments. There is a middle ground. Always bloody what? You want inclusive games? Grand. You want realistic body types? Pretty female soldiers? Old, young, scarred, stoic, thick, thin? Go nuts! Knock yourself out. That's not problem. Problem is pretending that letting one player pick a fit lad with abs and another pick a bombshell with eyeliner is going to collapse civilization. That's a weird culty purge or alt that might offend Ive. And I don't know about you lot, but I didn't sign up to play Social Anxiety 2025. The gaming industry's gone so far into performative arsehole that even suggesting balance gets you burned at digital stake. This Reddit guy, his tech wasn't even nuclear. Mildly spicy chicken, and yet he got treated like he posted Mein Kampf with bullet points. Just for saying, hey, could we have some visual parity here? Middle ground? They don't want it. They want submission. But here's the twist, they can't force you to play along. Not yet. You've still got power. You've got mute buttons, block lists, report tools. Use them. Someone's being a dick. Mute them. Don't rewrite entire game to spare one emotionally constipated Reddit mod from seeing the hot character model. Solution ain't silencing everyone, it's letting people choose. Let them pick skin, style, bloody tone it game the one. You know, like how it used to work before every studio got a social media manager with masters in offense archaeology. And if that upsets someone, tough, grow up. Not every game's gonna look like your worldview got printed in Unreal Engine. That's price of freedom. Other people get to play their way too. That's not oppression, that's adulthood. So here's your choice, industry. Keep banning, silencing, muting, sanitizing, or stop hiding behind words like safe and inclusive when what you really mean is sterile and controlled. Either build a space for everyone, or admit you're just replacing one form of gatekeeping for another. Because if you keep pissing off player freedom and calling it safety feature, don't be shocked when community finally tells you to shove that middle ground straight up your ass. Like, subscribe and all that bollocks. Drop your comments and questions below, even if they'll get you banned on Reddit. This ain't a safe space. It's a battleground of opinions, and I'm here for fireworks. I'll see you next time, you magnificent.